Hey everyone, welcome to March. March is one of my favorite months. Here's why March is one of my favorite months, because it's my birthday month. Or maybe there's something more important than my birthday, and that's March is also Women's Empowerment Month. This is such a huge passion for me, hopefully for you as well. It's been phenomenal to see in my life how much women have changed the world, from my mother, obviously, to my wife, from the people who helped start Help One Now to the ladies who are working with Help One Now all over the world, doing some of the most significant work that we can imagine. So the month of March, we are going to spend this entire month on what does it mean to empower women. People say, oh, Chris, you must be excited about this subject because you have a wife of 23 years and 2 daughters. And to answer that question, it would be yes and a no. I actually care about women empowerment because I believe Jesus cares about women empowerment first and foremost. Matter of fact, scripture would tell us that God is the head and that we're the body, and that we have different functions as the body, but God is the head. And so point number 1, God is over men and women, and men and women have an equal representation at God's table. God created man and woman in his image. Therefore, for us to truly understand God, for us to truly understand the nature of God, the character of God, the attributes of God, we truly have to understand men and women. Point 2 is very, very simply this. In order for us to understand God, we need to understand each other. Personally, I think it's extremely frustrating when I only hear a man speaking on stage and preaching the gospel. Because when we understand each other, we understand God. And when we understand God, we get a glimpse of who we are as humans, and that glimpse can absolutely change us and change the world. And one of the great things in my life that I want to do is I want to be able to understand God, and I want to understand God as fully as I can in this lifetime. And so for me to lean into that and to really know what that looks like, I'm going to need to hear from men and from women. We have a couple fun things for you coming up this month. Interviews with good friends, my women friends who are crushing it, who are running amazing businesses, doing significant work, pastoring amazing people. And so this month we're going to celebrate women. We're going to celebrate joy and life and all that they bring to the table. Here's the third point, and I think this is really, really essential. To make sure I use my power and privilege so other people can have an equal representation. This is the reality. As a white male, I have privileges that no one else in the world has. If you're thinking about climbing a mountain, I'm starting at a different base camp than women. One of the good ways for me to be a neighbor is to make sure I use my power so other people also have the same power and privilege that I have. That my friends of color, that women can have an equal place at the table. And this is a hard topic, because I understand there are many of you that you're not going to fully agree on all the things, and I'm probably not going to be enough in either category. I'm not going to go far enough right or far enough left to please everybody. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and just wrestle with the tensions. We may take different paths. That's beautiful and that's fine. Here's the most important piece of that. And this is why we're celebrating Women's Empowerment Month. There are people who take a pathway and they use scripture to weaponize and control and manipulate, and that is what I would consider injustice. Here's what I'm trying to do this month. Can we just take a step back and listen to one another, try to understand why March is such an important month, other than my birthday. March is important because women are important. And so maybe if you're a man, you could take a step back and say, hey, wait a minute, how am I empowering women? How am I making sure women have equal rights and equal voice? And so let's celebrate women well. For the women in my life, thank you for everything you've done. For the women we partner with, thank you for our friendship and our partnership. And if you are a lady listening to this, I hope you're encouraged, and please know that together we are creating God's image, and together we're going to help culture move forward so we can understand God and how to live a better life.